Hi lads and lasses, welcome to Darts Tips and Advice with Dynamite Dave. Quite an exciting day today because I've just received my new Red Dragon darts. Every 12 months or so I change my darts. Reason being, I just like to try something different. Before now I've had manufacturers or dart shops sent me darts and I've used them. The ones that I use at the moment are the Arrows Aura in 25 grams. I've been in touch with Red Dragon and I've got, for the use of, these new Delta 2s. As you can see, they're my shape of dart. These are the new Delta 2s in 24 grams, and they also do them in 26 grams. They do a straight barreled version as well, in the same, I believe. And yeah, they're a very, very beautiful dart to look at. Very nice, very eye-catching. But the main reason why I've had these darts are the new Axis grip, which is very similar to the Shark grip, but it's got like a V groove every so far round in the dart. Now, I've only actually had the darts in my hand. I've not thrown them at the board yet because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do another video after this and I'm going to link it onto the end of this like I normally do with the barn door or whatever, where it goes from one to the other. So basically the two videos will be in one. I'm going to take them upstairs and I'm going to throw them for you. You're going to see my very first ever visits to the board with them and just let's see how they fly and what have you. Now, one thing I do want to say to you about new darts, a new set of darts when you buy them, is in the old days you used to be able to go down to your local sports shop. We had one in our little town centre here, and he'd have 15, 20, 30 even sets of darts all stuck in polished styrene. And you could go in and he had a dartboard up against the wall and you could go and you could pick whatever darts you wanted, whatever shape you wanted, and have a few throws with them. If they didn't suit you, you put them back, you go and get another set until you find a set that do suit you. Unfortunately these days, because of the internet biting and structure and what have you, unfortunately you have to buy the darts now. So you could be shelling out 20, 30, 50 or up to £100 for a set of darts. Now if you get them darts back and they don't suit the way that you throw them, then basically you've thrown 60 quid down the drain, haven't you? Because when you put them on eBay second hand or whatever, you're only going to get 40 or 50 quid for them. So what you need to do is you need to get into the mindset of, when you buy a set of darts, you adapt yourself to throw the darts. Now, how many of us go out, we'll buy a set of darts, and then we'll go and get different stems, different flights, and what you do is you try and make those darts suit the way that you throw. Well, a dart is an inanimate object, so it really is entirely down to you, how you throw it. And sometimes you have to, very, very slightly, you don't have to change much. It could just be your hand speed to throw the dart. If you've got a dart that's a 24 gram and you used to have a 26, you'll probably find, believe it or not, the lighter darts go low, the heavier darts go higher, and it's just a matter of changing your arm speed to make that dart go where you want it to. So yeah, you do get a lot of people. Let's face it, we're all like fishermen, aren't we? We all like what looks good. We all like what our mates will think are all right. But at the end of the day, like I say, you can get some really fancy darts. I like stuff like this. I like trinkets. I prefer this to a plain silver set of darts. But I understand in that I've got to adapt the way that I throw. Only very, very minutely, but I've got to adapt the way that I throw to suit the dart. I don't adapt the dart to suit me. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go upstairs and I'm going to put a follow-on video onto this, and you'll be able to see my very first ever chucks at the dartboard with these new Deltas. I do like the grip on them. Very, very good. They feel like you've got a lot of control over them. The barrels on them are about 2mm shorter than they are on the Arrows Auras that I'm actually using at the moment. And another exciting thing that I've decided to do as well is my old Arrows Auras. You've seen them in every video that I've made. Every competition that I've been, all of the dart players that I've played with it, some of the famous ones, etc. over the last, I think I've had them about 12 months or maybe a bit more. So every competition that I've been to, I've thrown with them. Everywhere they've been everywhere with me. They've been to the UK Open, and we've played in the UK Open with them, etc, etc. So what I'm going to do is, normally I'd give them away as a prize. That'd be the fair thing, the right way to do it. Unfortunately, as you'll see with my YouTube channel, it doesn't have any form of monetization on it whatsoever. So these videos cost money to make, as you probably appreciate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to auction them off on eBay. So for collectors, or anybody who's a fan of my channel, anybody who's a fan of me, anybody who likes what I do, I'm going to put them up on eBay. I'll put a link on eBay to a different video. I'll put a video on with a link to where they're being sold. There'll be 2 sets sold, as you've seen whenever I get my case out. I've got 2 sets of darts. I'll be selling 2 sets of them in 2 separate auctions. Along with the darts will come a photograph of me. I'll do you a authentication letter, a little bit of a message from me to whoever wins them, and hopefully that'll help fund me to get some new videoing equipment, because at the moment I do all my videos on a little pad thing, like an iPad. It's not an iPad, but it's like an iPad. I do all my videos on that or a GoPro, and obviously they're not very professional. Number 2, I haven't got any form of editing. I don't do any form of editing. So I certainly will never do it on when I'm throwing, but I'd like to fetch my videos a bit more into the 21st century, make them a little bit more slicker. Hopefully get all the ermine and iron out when I'm talking and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going to be doing anyway. And then later on this year, after the UK Open, what I might be doing is I might start selling some t-shirts and stuff like that, a bit of memorabilia, a bit of stuff like that, to try and get so as I can take the videos up to the next level without having to put them adverts on them. I don't like the idea of having adverts on my channel. But anyway. Right, so what I'll do is there'll be a follow-on video from this, and you'll be able to see me throwing my darts, these new ones that I've just got, and hopefully we'll do all right with them. All right, thanks very much, and we'll see you shortly.